Hi and good afternoon and welcome to Wickersley Angling Centre. Today I'm doing a short video on 3 of the products that I've bought myself this year. It's my yearly review on products that I've bought myself. In third place, and these are fantastic, it's the Matrix Keep Net Dipper. I have to talk slow when I say that because I keep calling them pellet wetters. And they're just a big massive pellet wetter, if you've ever seen a pellet wetter. So basically, when you go to your commercials and it's middle of winter, like we just had a match the other week, it's freezing when you get out your car, you have to get your nets and dip them into the solutions in the tubs to protect the fish, the fishery and everything else. But when you pull them out, your hands are cold and wet through. So what you want is one of these, they're brilliant. And all you do is have your nets in them, that goes into your EVA stink bag. So when you get to the fishery, you just pull the whole thing out your net bag, out your EVA stink bag, your nets are inside it. So all you do, pick it up by the handles, dunk it into the tub with the solutions in, leave it in a couple of seconds, lift it out, let it drain, then just pop it down at the side of your car while you go do your draw and have your breakfast. And then when you come back to the car, you can just pop them back in your EVA bag and go to your peg. They actually do 2 sizes. The first one, which I showed you, which is that one, is a 1 to 2 net dipper. And then they do the big one, which will take 3 nets plus as well. Right, my second pick of my products and review for this year is the MAP 1001 landing net. Now I did a video the other week saying that the CTX Free Spirit landing net pole is fantastic, which it is, but if you're a silverfish angler or little fish angler like myself, this is the bee's knees. They're not cheap, but quality doesn't come cheap. But what you get is a fantastic 3-piece 4-metre landing net pole. It's all the same materials and that what go into the new 1001 top of the range MAP pole, and all them features like the extra reinforcing on the bottom of the sections and where the male and females join. You've got steel thread there for your landing net as well. And it's light as a feather, it doesn't weigh anything. If you're serious about silverfish fishing and you're after treating yourself, have a look at one of these. My top pick of the things that I've bought this year is, and it's very hard obviously because we do loads and loads of new products in the shop, but my favourite product what I've bought this year is got to be me Free Spirit CTX 11-foot carp feeder rod. Try saying that when you've had a few sherries as well, I tell you. But these are an awesome piece of kit. Now, the one I've got here is the 10-foot. The one I use personally more than anything is the 11s because of the size of the venues that I fish. Like I fish Hallcroft and places like that. So to cast to the far side of Moat and places like that, you're in excess of a 50-metre chuck with a method feeder. So for me, I find that the 11-foot version is better than the 10s. But most of your commercial fishing is done on places where these 10-foot ones would be suited the best. Now, when it comes to the 10 and 11, there isn't really any difference in the actions apart from the 11-foot obviously is a foot longer. So that's the one I use mostly. But what a rod. As I say, you've got a 10 and 11 foot. They've got Fuji SIC rings on them throughout. They've got a beautiful Fuji reel fitting. So you can just screw that down and your reel comes off with a nice slim reel fitting. They're very lightweight. They're a 2-piece rod. So obviously you've got your butt section and you've got your tip section. So when you take them down and put them in your ready rods as well, sleeves, they're both exactly the same length. So you can put your top and tail rubbers on them or whatever you want to put on them, and they fit neatly into your ready rod cases. The handles are quite short, so you haven't got big long handles when you're trying to cast it. it's not getting caught in your jacket or in your jumper or whatever. They've got short handles, so you can cast them dead easy, and they're not getting caught up in you. And as I say, with them being short as well, and the shorter lengths, when you're playing your fish, they pop up in front of you. They're not popping up right out in the middle of the lake. With them being shorter length, they pop up in front of you, so they're easier to land. But the finish on them as well is fantastic. They've got this non-marking double wrap finish on them. Just plain black whippings, which I prefer because I'm not a tackle tart or anything like that. So I'm not into all the bright colours, what we see on some products nowadays. And it's just a fantastic rod for the money.